Integrate 2017. I thought I'd seen it all. What wholesaler would bring a terrarium to a trade show? Well, the wholesaler called Group Technologies. And Frank, I'd invite you to come in here.
Are we on television? Well, what we have is the natural habitat of an endangered species. This is the species Questus amphibiosus, and it's often found in wet, damp, moist environments. It has a mating call.
And what does that sound like?
Well, what this is a waterproof loudspeaker. And the whole idea of it is you can put it up inside, you can put it up outside, you could put it in your swimming pool for when those annoying children jump in and you run the Jaws music.
So I notice we've got the steady stream on here. What is it that we're putting on here?
Well, at the moment it's actually water, but it can easily be beer or it could be bourbon and Coke. I mean, it really will stand up to even acidic environments, photon exposure. I'm not sure about nuclear blasts, but it will certainly deal with anything that a harsh Australian environment could dish out to it.
Now, in all seriousness, we cannot expect this to be working. It's semi-submerged with a constant stream of urine or water on it.
No, it does actually work. We've in our test lab, our sophisticated test lab, which consisted of us filling up one of those blue flip-top rubbish bins, putting a brick on top of it and running it for 24 hours. And it does work. It actually is fully IP67 rated, and it will work in these kind of climates. The other thing is, of course, unlike most environmental products, it actually does sound good. There's a very high performance audio out of an environmental loudspeaker is actually quite unusual.
Now, Frank, if we could just wander around the other side, because I think that we've got some MX series box mounted.
Here's some we prepared earlier. And what we have here is the quick installation system. You see, now you just simply undo this, which I believe has a lot of benefits, especially for somebody who wants to take one home. You see. Essentially, the styling of this was designed to make it firstly blend into a postmodern architectured space, and part of that was about having the mounting system behind the box. And the next thing, of course, was to make a mounting system that didn't sag, because nobody likes to get...
Yeah, all right.
So really just put it on, finger tight, locate where you want it to point. And there it is, right? Can't sag, can't move. And let's face it, the box that gets the droops if you install 20
So
is the one you can't get to.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can see that they also come in all colours, black and white.
Both kinds, country and western. And of course you can paint the white one whatever colour you like, and you can paint the black one any further blackness that is required, you see. So.
Now, is it my eyes, or is this box smaller than this box? They're different models.
Yes, well what we've managed to do is put an 8-inch speaker in a 6.5-inch box, which is this one, which did require quite a lot of TARDIS type engineering. And of course here we have the 6.5-inch model. The main difference is bass response, and for a small box the bass response from them is pretty impressive, and there's quite a lot of engineering that went into being able to do that, but it's another story.
Well, I've got to say, we are aware of these ones because we do sell these in the shop, and it's one of those things that you scratch your head and think, what did we do before that was available? Because it covers so many options, and with the way that we're able to mount that, it's reminiscent of another very famous brand that would jump into most people's minds when you need to mount a box and pop it onto any angle. To find something that is IP67 with all of these features and does sound terrific, we're rapt that we've found it. And what's this fellow underneath?
What this completes the package. This is essentially a bass extender, but it's really is a sub. If you put your hand behind it, you can feel the driver. It's a single chamber box, but we acquire a second chamber by standing it off from the wall. So it gives it an extended frequency response And a lot of the little miniature subs, they have one note. It's really a pipe. So what we've done with this is we have a single chamber double tune box with a third chamber mount in the way the box is mounted. So it gives it a pretty fat, full range sound, and it really gives you the kind of performance that you would get out of a much larger system in something that's a lot easier to hide.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you very much.
Doyen of the industry, Frank Andrew Author. Thank you, Frankie.